What's up, everybody? It's your boy, StephenMotivate, back with another episode of The Journey. Today, we're going to talk about the top side hustles for college students. I was in college once, and I think there's some things that I did to hustle up some money on the side. And I want to give you some of the things I did, but also some tips that may be relevant for today. So let's hop right into it. And look, only thing I ask is if this video is helpful to you, share it with somebody else. So tip number one, think about being a college student. Not everyone is a college student. Some folks didn't make it to college. I was having a conversation last night. There is a lot that goes into learning, reading, and math at a very early age. And if you don't have the resources necessary, it's highly likely you won't want to pursue education at a higher degree level, such as college. So what does that make me think of? Well, the number one side hustle that I think about is tutoring. If you are a college student, think about all the information you're getting and all the information that others may be not getting. And especially for younger high school students, this is a service that you could, I'm probably pretty sure that you could look up a platform like Chegg, or something. Other ones I'm sure are out there where you can offer your tutoring services, but it also could be something as simple as, speaking with your advisor or figuring out from the school, are we connected with any high schools? Are there any departments in the college that are working to recruit high school students to come to school here? Maybe there's a connection already there where you could go and offer tutoring services. So tutoring services may be a good side hustle, make you a little bit of money on the side. Number two, social media. You think that everyone has social media. Well, everyone from a certain age and below typically has social media, right? When in 2004, when Facebook came out, I was, of that cohort of people that were the first to get on Facebook, because they introduced it in small pockets at universities and that sort of thing, and you needed this university email to get on. Well, after that, Instagram came, and then there was Snapchat came, and I think Vine was a thing for a minute, and you had Tumblr, all types of social media. But a lot of these things are kind of connected to younger generations. And TikTok, I just got on TikTok maybe a year ago or so at the pressure and influence of others, because I had, I didn't want any more social media. But there are a lot of adults, there are a lot of businesses, there are a lot of people who have very important things to say. They have experience in this life, in this thing we call life. And they would likely go viral or at least create some sort of community just on the experiences they have around law, around education, around construction. You've seen these sort of things on social media where you've got older dads just giving dad advice, or older moms or grandmas giving grandmotherly advice. Well, that stuff is great. But if they don't have the type of know-how to get on social media, they may never get exposed to the world out there. So as a college student, you could offer your services, say, hey, let me set up your social media for you. Let me set up your TikTok for you. Let me set up your Instagram for you. Once I set it up, I can also manage it for you if you'd like me to do that as well. I think people would love to see what you're doing here. Let's say you own a business, or you're a consultant, or you're a chef. People have so many talents, and college students are right in the middle where you could connect an older generation and a younger generation. And there's probably some money to be made, some hustling to be done to get a few clients. Could be your professor. Your professor is a smart person, and they probably don't have social media, probably don't like it. But there could be a whole opportunity for them to teach economics or teach film editing or give tips just from the knowledge they already have, if they could build a social media account doing so. And then you could probably talk your professor into letting you have your phone in class and videotaping them, because it could then be a business expense. Number three is what I did when I was in school. So when I was in school, we were looking for something to do, looking for something to connect people, connect with people, have a good vibe. A lot of the parties that we would go to in college, they were either fraternity parties or at frat houses, and it would be okay. But then sometime, the fraternities would start doing their strolls, or sororities would start doing their strolls through the party. And, it was an isolating sort of thing for folks that weren't in those groups. And so what we decided was, what if we created a party just where everyone could come? No one's going to stroll through while you're, meeting the girl of your dreams. You're going to have enough time to kind of talk to them before someone, strolls right past you. And so for us, one of the top side hustles for us was throwing parties. Throwing parties, we did it on a small scale. We did it on a big scale. It was one of the best entrepreneurial experiences I had, because it taught me how to deal with people, how to deal with adults, how to talk about contracts, how to make deposits, how to hold people to the word, how to watch for people breaking the law, how to watch for officers, and how to even reach out to officers to make sure things stayed safe, how to hire and fire people, security, paying vendors. So many things you learn as a party promoter that I learned in school. And, there's many things that career path probably could have took me. I think the guys who started Coachella started throwing parties. The guys who, Scooter Braun and some of these record executives, a lot of these guys started by connecting people in a fun environment. So think about that. Think about doing a side hustle by throwing an event. It could be small, it could be big, it could be targeted towards just you and your girlfriends, or you and your guy friends, or it could be a group of people that are interested in the same thing. Hey, a bunch of us are interested in podcasting. Let's just come here and do a podcasting party where we listen to some podcasts and laugh, or share ones we like. There's all types of ways, but what social media is connecting people, and what parties is the same thing. It's connecting people. I know sometimes we forget, we get so focused on how we look and our image and making sure that, we're seen, that we forget that it's really about being social and connecting with other people. There is always a hustle in connecting people. There's always an opportunity, a side hustle in connecting people, and parties is what I did. And I can tell you, it's a good way to do it. And I don't regret it at all. Number 4, the fourth side hustle that I would say would be Ubering. Uber is one of these things that is now, I guess, microcosm for just doing things for people that they no longer feel like doing. So today, I needed to get a key from one place to another place, a key to a car, because you guys know I do Turo and I do all the car things. Well, what I did was I got on Uber, and on Uber you can send packages, or you can send items. You can have people run an errand for you, essentially. And I've done this before, where I've had someone come pick up some packages and take it across town. Let's say you got dry cleaning that you don't have time to drop off. You can literally take your clothes and go drop them off, or drop them with an Uber person, and they can run the errand for you. So Ubering, a lot of people aren't using it in that way yet, but this will continue to grow. There's always an opportunity to make some money when you can solve a problem for someone else. I like the car sharing. I like the gig economy. I know it's been hated on a bit because are people making less than minimum wage? People are working all these types of hours and, doing a $60 trip, and Uber's only paying the driver $10 or $15. And that can be unfortunate. But I think the good thing about it, until it gets more regulated or what have you, I think the good thing is that you can make money on your terms, when you want, how you want. Even if you don't have a car, find someone who does. Even if you don't want to deal with people, you can go pick up food. So I think college students are probably doing this. It's a good way to make some side money, to go through college debt-free. Yeah, it's going to be hard work, but every side hustle is. So I like that as an opportunity for you guys. Okay, number 5. This is the last thing I'd say. Good side hustle is selling stuff. And not just selling anything, but really selling people's junk. You would be surprised. I'm a little bit older now, right? And when I was in college, I'd always, one of my first desks came from a dumpster. Me and my friends went to a dumpster. We saw this beautiful desk. People in college are always moving in and out. He said, that's a nice desk. And so we picked it up. It was definitely made from some old oak tree because it was the heaviest desk on earth. And, I ended up using it for some time. I even brought it down here to North Carolina with me. I had it for some time, but it was so heavy, we ended up getting rid of it. But my point is that as I've gotten older, you would not believe the amount of things that parents, young, new parents, put at the curbside on trash day. You're talking about car seats that look basically brand new, rugs, freaking tables, chairs, so many things. You've heard this statement, one person's trash is another person's treasure. One person's trash is another person's treasure. This is the essence of entrepreneurship in the sense of like selling stuff. Like you can take, I've got shoes, clothes, jewelry, hats, coats, all type of things that I either don't use anymore or can't use because I've outgrown it. Or it doesn't fit quite the same. If I had somebody that could just say, hey, you want me to take this stuff for you and sell it? I'll give you, I'll give you something if it sells. I'll post it for you on Etsy. I'll post it for you on eBay. I'll put it up. I'll take your shoes and put them on StockX. I'll be the intermediary selling this for you. That for a college student will be a great side hustle. There are tons of books. I mean, this is what Jeff Bezos did. He literally took books and started selling them online. If you've got a book that you've already read, it may not be as precious to you anymore. But someone else may not have read that book yet. And for them to be able to purchase it online and it be delivered to them in this economy now where you can get things across the country, across the globe. And, people don't mind reusing old stuff. You can make things look new again. Selling stuff online is a huge side hustle. And it builds up knowledge for you that every company in this country wants to know how to do, and that's sell online. I can guarantee you every retail store, every Amazon, every Walmart, every Lowe's, Macy's, Kroger, your local grocery store, Albertsons, the Ralphs, all these places want to understand how to sell online and what makes something sell versus what doesn't make it sell. And if you can figure that out as a side hustle early on, you're going to do well for yourself. And it's going to be some challenges. But like I said before, everything challenging is usually worth doing. I'd leave you with one last quote. Big dreams require small steps. Big dreams require small steps. And your next side hustle, while it could seem so small and insignificant that it doesn't matter right now, it could be the very step to take you and your career and your life on a path that you'll never regret. So side hustles have worked a lot for me. I encourage you to find a side hustle that works for you and work it. All right, until next time, it's your boy, StephenMotivate. That's my top side hustles. If you liked it, if you enjoyed it, and you're a college student, share it with another college student. We'd love to hear your feedback. Comment, let us know how you're doing. And until next time, stay motivated. Peace.